What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
This is not
Not
another
another damn podcast.
presented by
Our damn selves.
episode 284.
284. Yes, we are.
284. What a weekend, man. You know, it's had plans, but as they say, plans change.
Plans changed.
Shout out to that super wind advisory that went down on Saturday that nobody wanted to leave the house. Yeah. Me and the lady were supposed to go out, have a little celebration, to actually go to the comedy show and see Alex Thomas. Like, yeah, he was we're supposed to go, but none of that happened. The weather advisory combined with I got sick.
Oh, that sucks.
So yeah, I was hacking and I was in bad shape all day on Saturday.
Oh my Lord.
So we didn't even get to our celebration in. Plus the dog is just had surgery.
Yeah, another dog is
So the dog been down too, so it's been a lot. Mm-hmm. So, but shout out to the lovely lady and all of that.
I ran some really small errands and I got my ass back in the house on Saturday. Like I saw like shit blowing. I'm like, okay, let me hurry up and get back. Because I was like, nah.
I left the house to go get some medicine, because I didn't have any. So I just went to the corner store, to the nearest Walgreens and just grabbed something, and that was it.
Well, I got the coif done. I had to get the hair done, and I went and got gas. I was like, let me fill up my car because said no one ever. I'll leave early before work on Monday, said no one ever. So let me go ahead and get my gas right now because I will wake up and forget about it.
Yeah, anniversary plans with Dory done. Didn't happen.
Oh.
But we'll make it happen. Yeah, make it up. Should be good. I don't know if I still sound stuffed up is coming out though.
You sound better. You sound better.
Okay.
I was feeling like that last week because the weather.
It's the weather,
It's weird weather stuff. It's like, why is it 75 degrees right now? Like, what's going on?
Climate change, kid.
Right. And then my daughter was going to say, can she wear shorts? When I said, absolutely not. I said, no, you're not wearing shorts. You're not. Like, it's going to get back cold and then you're going to get sick. So, no, the answer is no.
At least you didn't ask to wear a purple dress, though. Yeah, you got to play It's Not Easy Being Green and explain why she can't wear it.
Cosby Show joke there. Cosby Show joke there.
Can I wear my dress, mommy? Because it's fall, god damn it.
General parenting doesn't work all the time. Just saying. I know we're on a whole general parenting thing, but sometimes you gotta be like, hey, look, yes. This is what it is. This is what it does. It gotta be that sometimes, but we did get some. I got some love in my DM from one of my classmates from high school. So I want to say hello. Shout out to Brandon. Thank you for the listen. Because he says that he listens to the podcast. Yeah, he said he's been listening faithfully for like the last 6 or so months and liking what we do. And just wanted to show the love and say, thank you. We appreciate you. Keep on listening. Keep on sharing. Love us.
The lady always listens as well, too.
Yes.
And Mike Love always listens. So, yes.
Yeah, if you got to shout out, we got to shout out our people that always listen.
And I'm not sure who's listening, and if somebody in Ireland is listening. I don't know who that is.
If you're an Ireland listener, please hit us up and let us know. We give our social medias at the end of every podcast. So slide into the DM, hit us in the DM.
Every episode, I check out the analytics, and there's always one person.
Always somebody in Dublin,
Ireland, every time. Yes, one person. I'm like, I wonder who this person in Ireland that loves this stupid.
I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear from you because that lets us know that our word is
worldwide.
Going. It's traveling. The word about us is traveling, and let us know. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you don't like. I'm open. I'm open for all. I'm open for criticism. I'm open for improvement. I'm open for everything. I am.
I'm always open to feedback because I know I'm not perfect. So yeah, if I'm not doing something, yeah, like let me know.
Let me know. Let me know, please.
Yeah.
Please let me know.
I don't think I'm not Bullwinkle. I'm not Mr. Know-It-All. Like I know that I don't know it all. So yeah, just let me know, damn it.
I have 5 small Bullwinkle cartoons. I think it's on Boomerang. I got 5 Bullwinkle now.
Natasha.
I got 5. I think
Sherman. Who else is on that show? Let me think. Fractured Fairy Tales, all of that.
Fractured Fairy Tales was so good. I love Fractured Fairy Tales.
Commander McBragg, let's go, man. Commander.
It's lion ass. Lion ass.
I think Dudley Do-Right was part of Bullwinkle. I don't remember. I think Dudley Do-Right was on there. It
was awesome.
Yeah. Good stuff. But as we all talk about is happy stuff. Got to start on a sad note. Rest in peace. TakeOff.
I know.
Crazy story that happened Halloween night, pretty much. It was during the overnight hours. Yeah. TakeOff, for those that don't know, was one of the 3 members.
One third the Migos.
Yeah.
Super group the Migos. Yeah.
Which for in short, a lot of people don't know, stood for the 3 Amigos. So they shortened it to just Migos. So the name is like it meant for the 3 guys. So without the it's like the Migos, the name made sense because we're the 3 Amigos, yeah. So
and we think about the
yeah,
because they probably loved the movie. They probably did.
Chevy Chase and them back in the day. I don't know that. But Chevy Chase, Steve Martin, and Martin Short.
And Martin Short, yeah.
The 3 Amigos, yeah. What it was, but we lost TakeOff, yeah. Senseless shooting too, and there's like all kinds of like mixed reports about what really happened.
What really happened?
The original story was he got shot like over a dice game.
Over a dice game. That was like the original story.
Starting to come out that that's not exactly what happened because we see more and more video like TMZ like has really, which like I was on the air when this happened. I was like, let me tell my my perspective of what went down. Yeah.
Okay.
During the show, I just kept getting all kinds of alerts, like like on Twitter and like on my social media, and message board, like groups I'm part of that I get go to for like information on the show. They kept saying RIP TakeOff.
RIP TakeOff. Yeah.
So I started doing my research and I couldn't find anything about it. I'm like, yeah. And of course, the Wikipedia page is like, because people can edit that, it's like it's inconsistent. So it said he was dead, and then like 5 minutes later, it said he's not dead. It's like people kept editing it, like saying like,
right.
So I was like, so that's not reliable. I can't use the Wikipedia as a reliable source, and I couldn't find anything. So I chose not to mention it on the radio because like, what if the dude wasn't even dead? Like people get killed on Twitter all the time. It's like how many times did Bill Cosby die on Twitter? Like before the scandals, like they were like 10, 15 years ago, they were saying
stop killing people on social media that aren't dead. That's hurtful. Don't do that. Stop doing that.
Yeah. So like when I saw, I said I'm gonna choose not to report it because I don't have to be the first.
Yeah,
it's got to be the first one. So they're reporting.
Show some respect for people and some dignity.
And even if he is dead, like let his family and loved ones.
Let's family report.
Let them find out first, at least. Yeah,
and let them report. Let the family find out, and let the family report.
And we had a similar situation like this as well too. Like right before we were recording when Kobe Bryant died.
Right.
Remember, we couldn't verify the story.
Couldn't verify it.
But with that, like with us recording, we could like we pushed our recording back till we could verify it. So it wasn't like being on a radio show or like you have a certain time frame. So
right, when you're live.
Close to the end of the show and like I haven't verified. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna sign off. I'm not gonna even mention this at all because what if it's not? Yeah.
What if it's not true?
And then I started seeing stills come out, but even that is like it was like people praying. It was Halloween night. It's like it could have been like that could have been a hoax. Yeah, it could have been some cats dressed up like Quavo and TakeOff, like
Migos, right?
Yeah. So like because I saw the stills of you can see Quavo like standing over him, like trying to like get some help type and you see TakeOff lay there in a puddle of blood. It's like I saw that. I was like even that. I'm like. I still don't feel comfortable reporting because it looks like them, but like, what if it's Halloween night? I was like, what if this is a hoax?
Right.
I chose I made the call to not report that
Mhm.
during my radio show. Sure enough, by the time I got off, like about maybe an hour and some change later, then it started coming through on like the TMZs of the
TMZ,
world, all of those sites. Yeah. And then it's like,
the
okay,
Shade Room, like
this is real. Yeah.
valid sources when it comes to on TMZ, Shade Room, stuff like that. Then you're like, okay, I know that it's, you know,
New York Times, like
New York, yeah, that one, Washington Post.
started coming through on like those. I was like, okay, now is real. Okay, yeah. Before that, I didn't feel comfortable even with people tweeting pictures, which is like tasteless too. Like,
That's tasteless. Like, I don't,
if the man is dying at the scene or already dead, like don't take pictures and tweet the shit. It's like
of
that.
his body. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing that I don't
And
like.
it's like, and Quavo was there, so you can see Quavo like, yeah, with like damn with tears in his
The
eyes.
panic in his face
Get some
watching,
help. Like you can see, like he got that look on his face.
yeah,
Yeah,
the panic in his face watching his nephew die. Like
yeah,
his nephew basically died in his arms, basically. So watching your nephew die in your arms.
yeah.
So I mean, like, can we please move away from like, I want to be the first. Like, can we move away from people want to get a video or get a sound bite or get a still photo? Can we move away from that? Can we have some dignity about ourselves and move away from that?
At least we have gotten away from one thing. Like I remember, like years ago, like well, this site is not as popular as it once was, but like cats, the World Star, so yeah, they
World
used
Star.
to have a cats be yelling World Star in the back.
Yeah, World Star. It was
They wanted to. That's what they were gonna do, but they're just trying to get that World Star moment. It's like World Star. There was some shit going down. Like you just pull your phone out and start screaming World Star like that. But now World Star, they don't have the power they once did. So like people
right.
don't really do that anymore like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But sad story. People said Jay Prince was there. You know who Jay Prince is, correct?
I know the name.
He's like basically like the godfather of Houston, and he started Rap-A-Lot Records, you know, Scarface.
Yeah, I know the name. Yeah, I know the name.
It's
Yeah.
like yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I told a personal story about where I was years ago. I was on the radio. Somebody called up and said something derogatory about Jay Prince, and the host I was in there with like made it that no, stop that, delete it. Why he watched me empty the trash can. Like, yeah, like he didn't want no parts of that call ending up on the air. So Jay Prince legit had him shook. Like, I won't say the jock's name because he's still around, but yeah. It was he said, nah, delete that, man. Like, yeah, empty out the trash, the trash bin. Like,
Right
I don't want no smoke. Yeah, he like
mm-hmm.
personally made sure, like, so even the deleted file was deleted. Yeah. So no way that shit was coming back, basically.
Right.
But Jay Prince, he released a statement about because they said that he was there and he basically just walked over. It's like some story about with Jay Prince, like because like and Quavo did post a video maybe an hour before this. They were like in the car with Jay Prince. You know, like I said, it's town.
Houston, yeah, it's Houston, it's his town, H-town.
Like hanging out, hanging out with the king, right? Jay Prince right here. So like it was like so they were together, yeah. But I don't know if Jay Prince was at the scene when at the bowling alley when this incident happened. I can't verify that, but a lot of people were like saying that he was and all of that shit. And but he did release his statement about and I'm gonna read part of it because it's long. Like he said, the Prince family would like to send our condolences to the family and friends of a beautiful soul, TakeOff. To Houstonians and families around the world, this one breaks my heart because TakeOff was a brother, a son, a role model, and a God-loving human being. I've been knowing TakeOff, Quavo, and Offset for many years, and there have been nothing but mutual love for one another. And that ain't gonna ever change as far as we are concerned. Yeah, this shouldn't have happened. It should have never happened in our city. It shouldn't have been recorded. It damn sure shouldn't be circulated around social media for family, friends, and fans to see. That's the part I want to read.
That right there.
Said,
that's the nail on the head right there.
Mm-hmm. Says I write to some. I'm angry about the lack of love and respect we have for one another as a race, which keeps bringing us back to the same tragic place on black killing. So now I'm not gonna read this. Like it's long, like I said. So
I agree with all that right there. I do, because that's why I just said, like, can we move away from that? Like, if somebody, here's how you help, get on your phone and call. Or like I said, like we have phones, like maybe you caught the person, the shooter who was running, and you click the quick picture of them. Now you got their profile. You got them like this, and you got their profile.
Yeah.
You got their profile. That's how you help.
Yeah.
Instead of taking a picture of the man dying, that's not how you help. You saw him jump in a getaway car. Take a picture. You got a picture of the license plate.
Yeah.
That's what you do with your phone. That's how you help, because we get like, everybody shouldn't be calling out because then the number gets scrambled. If everybody try to dial 911, it's not going to help, but do other things.
If you can like get some kind of footage of
the shooter, the suspect, get that.
Yeah.
That's what you do to help. Don't you want to take and then you're putting on your social media. That's really disgusting. Like I said, especially for somebody like Offset wasn't even there. So like imagine Offset looks at it and then he just sees his cousin dying.
Exactly, yeah.
You see what I mean? Offset just that's what you open. But we have a close-knit family. You open your phone, you see one of your cousins laying up dying.
Right. Yeah.
How would you feel? Like just think about like that. How would you feel? It's just, we need to be a little bit more humane. We need to get back to that and not being everything doesn't need to be posted on your social media. Everything doesn't need to be shared on your social media. And after all this, nobody got the shooter, did they?
To the best of my knowledge, I don't think it was a suspect in custody. Like just never.
No one got the shooter.
I don't think they have a suspect.
Why am I not surprised? But they got TakeOff in a pool of blood. They got that. They got Quavo with tears in his eyes, like, please. They got that, but they didn't get the other thing. Yeah. Nobody saw anything. Nobody got nothing.
And again, Chris Rock had a bit about that years ago, like about how they never catch the killers. Like he talked about Jam Master Jay. He talked about Biggie and Pac. Yeah. He had a bit about this. About 20.
I remember that. He said if you want to deal with it,
like exactly 20 years ago, looking back, it was Halloween.
It was Halloween night of 2002.
Quavo's death. I mean, not Quavo. Takeoff's death was almost like 20 years to the day.
Eerily similar. It's eerily similar.
Of Jam Master Jay.
Eerily similar, yeah.
Yeah. It was exactly.
It's literally like people who bothered nobody, like Jam Master Jay bothered nobody. TakeOff bothered no one. Like these are people who literally bothered no one.
He was like the quiet one in the group where
he literally bothered no one.
Of course, everybody knows Offset, and then Quavo is like, Quavo. Yeah, but like he was like the quiet one, yeah. So for him,
I know Quavo because he would play in the basketball game. I'm like, oh, okay, in the celebrity basketball because Quavo always playing the celebrity games like during All Star.
Yeah,
and then Offset because he's with Cardi. So okay, and then TakeOff was the one who's like, okay, I'm here. Like I mean, I'm here, but I mean, I'm not. He was kind of that one.
But every group has that quiet one. He was like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Like he literally bothered no one. So it's like, I mean, it just sucks.
28 years old, try young guy too.
Young guy. Just turned 28 this year, young guy, very young. Just turned it not that long ago, very young.
And there's been conflicting reports about what went down. Is like we see TMZ did have a video they released. You can see where Quavo was arguing with some guy. I don't know what the fuck they were arguing about. I'm talking about basketball or some shit, but it was some argument that was going down. And then the shots just started ringing out, pop, 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 pop. I still don't know what really happened right there between Quavo and this particular guy, but yeah, it's been conflicting reports about what happened right there. And what else is, I don't know if you heard this, kid, but they're saying that TakeOff possibly got hit by friendly fire as well too. Like I don't know if because like once the shooting started, and then like his people like pulled out and they start shooting, and they're saying one of those bullets may have been what hit. Like I said, I've been hearing conflicting reports.
Yeah, I heard that one too about like it may have been friendly fire.
Yeah, but yeah. So this is gonna be it's just getting started. It's gonna be a while before we can really know what went down. It's like it's just the beginning with this story. Yeah. But rest in peace going out to TakeOff. Yeah. Tragic story right there. It didn't have to happen, like I said.
It didn't have to happen.
And then and of course, like as our people do all of a sudden, like, yeah, the conspiracy theory.
It was a sacrifice. What was the sacrifice? What was the sacrifice?
All of a sudden, it's like
Stop with this.
it's like celebrities can't just die. Like every time a celebrity dies, there's always some other nefarious reason. Like let cats tell it into here.
Shootings happen, unfortunately.
Die,
Like
yeah. Especially in the
not
hood.
being funny. We live in Chicago. Shootings happen all the time.
Regularly, yeah. Uh-huh.
Shooting happened. Like I could tell a shooting had just happened. Like I was coming from where I was coming from, and then the street was blocked out. I saw police cars. I was hoping that maybe it was a tree down. I was like, maybe, I said, because like branches have been coming down because of the wind. And then when I went around, got around the other way. And then when I passed where they had blocked it off, I saw the red tape. I was like, oh shit. Because at first I was like, well, I said, maybe it is the wind. I said, maybe it's some branches or lines. Maybe it's something down in the street. And then I saw red tape and I was like, oh, okay.
You see that shooting that under the L tracks with the surveillance camera card is like, yeah, well, it's just like
I didn't see up.
They block off this one car, cats just jump out, empty their guns into it, and then just take off. It's like, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It was like I want to say under the West Side tracks. It was like it was under the L tracks though, yeah. I don't think it was 63rd. It looked like it might have been Lake to me. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Crazy. But
there's no regard for human life. That's just where we're at now. Like people need to value, no matter what argument, like whether it was a dice game, whether it was arguing about basketball, arguing about whatever menial thing that you're arguing over, it doesn't justify pulling out a gun to shoot.
Life, man. Yeah.
Why are you pulling out a gun? Because anytime you pull out a gun and shoot, whether you shoot, if you shoot anybody anywhere, it's a chance that they can die.
Yeah.
I shot him in the leg. You can still, it's major arteries in your leg. You can still kill somebody from that.
Yeah. What was the football player's name that got Rashawn Taylor? Yeah. That the Washington, he played back in the day where they broke in his house and robbed him. They shot him in the leg. He bled out. Yeah.
Because major arteries in your leg. You can still die from that. I shot him in the leg.
Yes, they fuck that. Forget that the bullshit you see in Hollywood. The movie shit is bullshit. Well, like John McClane could take like a flesh wound and then like it's like I think if you don't get, I think just only headshots and chest shots are only deadly ones. Not almost any shot you could die from. It's like like so you could bleed out or an infection can happen. It's like it can kill you. It's like almost any gunshot can kill you.
Right.
They forget the Hollywood bullshit. Yeah.
So let's stop doing that. Let's stop just devaluing human life. We're like, we have a disagreement. Like what are we doing? We've gotten so barbaric. We can't articulate. We can't, we can't have a conversation anymore. We can't do that.
Or I also like to say you can't just agree to disagree. But okay, yeah.
I do disagree a lot. I do it a lot. Because once if I'm talking, I'm like seeing that, okay, brick wall. Okay, we not, okay. I'm going to exit this conversation. I just exit. That's not me giving up. It's just, I choose to just exit.
Yeah, if this conversation is going nowhere. Then
I said brick wall. I'm going to exit. I'm going to exit the conversation. Like, you know what?
Let's just move on. Yeah. Because we're not going to solve anything.
We're not accomplishing anything at this point. So
let's just move on.
Rest in peace to TakeOff. Rest in peace. And condolences to his entire family and all his fans and everything. Because a lot of people I know like the Migos. A lot of people I know like they rock with the Migos. A lot of people I know.
To the entire quality control family, like condolences going out to all of them.
Yeah. So sad. So sad.
And we forgot to report this one last week because we had a pretty heavy show, but I forgot, the Darryl Brooks Jr., that idiot that ran those people over in Washington
in Wisconsin,
last year, his trial ended guilty, of course, guilty on all 76 counts. I didn't know it was that many counts because he got, it was like 6 counts of murder and then all the injuries as well too, like all the people he ran over. So it's like he got found guilty on all 76 counts. And I don't know if you watched any of that trial. It was kind of a circus because he defended himself, like he fired his lawyer. So And like,
Did he look like that one crazy dude who killed it? He looked like
he
him.
was kind of like him, but less nutty and shit. If that makes sense.
That guy was crazy as hell. That guy.
Daryl Brooks was more annoying than like because he was because obviously he's not a lawyer, so like he was basically just objecting to everything. It's like, it's like this. Like, you can't just say objection to everything. Like the trial got to have an ebb and flow to it. It's like if everything the prosecutor says, she's like objection.
Objection. That's the only word that
they had to remove him from the courtroom at one because like
that's the only word he knew because he watched Law and Order, and that's the only word he knew.
Judge had to take him out of the courtroom and put him in another room and with a monitor to like because like he kept interrupting. That's why it was so ridiculous. They had to like remove him temporarily because dude just kept objecting literally to everything. It's like they just like telling if they just giving the a description of what happened, say okay on this date, yeah, around this time, yeah, the red SUV entered the parade to start, yeah. And you can't object to that. It's giving the facts of what happened. Now, when you have your side, you can counter argue that, but you can't object because they reading the report, the police report of like what happened on the day and shit. Yeah.
I can't.
But yeah, I forgot to mention that one. I was like totally ridiculous. So yeah, he's never getting out of jail.
Yeah, dumbass. As he shouldn't. Who runs over people at a parade?
Yeah, Christmas parade at that. Yeah, people just enjoying the holiday season,
and people were just finally getting back out because of COVID. Like things.
That was the first, because a lot of people just had their first stuff last year because nothing happened in 2020. So then by the time by fall of 21, people started saying, okay,
let's start opening things back up,
doing stuff. Yeah,
and his goofy ass.
Mm-hmm. And he sucked as a rapper too.
With your whack ass tape, your whack ass mixtape.
Part of his video.
It sucked. It did.
It was terrible. And the cars in the video, the one like in question, is like, so you can't say it wasn't you. Like that's the actual vehicle that went to the parade.
The vehicle right there, that ain't you.
In the background in the video, yeah. This
with the cracked windshield right here, that ain't your vehicle.
Yeah, the
ain't you
truck. Yeah, so yeah. I don't know what you got, kid. It's a lot. I got a couple of big stories, but I'll let you go.
Well, we can address the elephant in the room.
Oh yeah, I know we going there.
This is one that, like I said, actually, Sean said when I mentioned Brandon earlier. Brandon said, "You guys got to touch on this." So I'm like, "Okay, we'll touch on it." Thank you, Brandon. We will touch on it. He talked about the exchange between Kyrie Irving and Nick Friedel. That's what he wanted me to talk about. He was like, you got to talk about that. You got to talk about that.
Former Bulls reporter Nick Friedel. Like,
Nick Friedel.
He used to cover the Bulls. Like, I guess he covers the Nets now, yeah. But he used to cover the Bulls, yeah. And so yeah, the story is like really like ballooned ever since they said. So like even if you weren't gonna cover it then, we definitely won't cover it now because a lot has happened since he told you that.
The heated exchange between the two. So
a lot has happened since that exchange.
If you're living under a rock, on what was it, like the 27th of October, I want to say.
Yeah.
I retweeted a tweet out about a documentary that is still on Amazon. I haven't had time to watch it. I've just been so busy. I've not had time to watch it.
I tried to start watching it. I couldn't get into it. So like,
I just haven't had time.
It's not a very exciting documentary. So like, all of this happened because of a mediocre documentary. Is looking like. I tried to start watching it. I couldn't get through it.
I have not had time.
Just so I see what all the fuss is about.
Right. And I'm going to watch it too when I get time. I said because I'm about to have some upcoming time real soon. I'm about to have a little bit of extra time to myself coming real soon. I just haven't had a lot of extra time right now.
Right.
I'm working on something. But so, and for context purposes, this film is called, what's it called?
Hebrews to Negroes.
Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up Black America. I want to say that's the name of it.
That's the title of it.
Hopefully I got the name right. And for context purposes, this documentary is from 4 years ago. It came out in 2018.
Yeah.
So it's as old as my son. So this is as old as Khalil. This came out in 2018. So we're just hearing about it now in 2022. This is from 2018. So this documentary has been out for quite a while now. This isn't a new documentary. That's very important to notate that. So Kyrie tweeted out without context. He just tweeted out.
He just tweeted. He didn't say that. Wow, this is powerful, or like, well,
He didn't say
what a great
powerful or right on, like the Good Times people,
yeah.
or or I support this.
Great facts. He didn't say none of that. He just
said none of that.
Tweeted with nothing.
But
else.
he left no context. So that's the danger of not putting a context behind things. If you just put out something with no context, people are left with their own devices to put in, to fill in gaps and fill in their own agenda, basically. If you don't specifically say, this is my point right here, because people have to be spoon-fed everything now. They have to.
Yeah.
So he put it out there. Nothing was there. He just put that out there. So then, of course, it just ballooned out because apparently it was some anti-Semitism in the video.
I
haven't watched it, so I don't know what's in it.
I said I tried to start it, but what they say is like what happened. I can't verify this, so like
I can't
with a grain of salt. Take what I'm about to say with a grain of salt. I can't verify it. What they say is that the documentary is denying the Holocaust, saying the Holocaust wasn't real. It didn't happen. Oh. So that's one of the things they say was mentioned in this, like, which is why they're saying is anti-Semitic.
It's an uproar. Okay. Like I said, I needed context behind that. I said, because I just saw that the thing I kept on seeing is that they said that it was all type of tropes about Jewish people. It was just these negative tropes. And we as African Americans know about tropes like the watermelon, the fried chicken, the symbols. Like we know about.
Yeah, definitely know about certain tropes. As far as like Black stereotypes. So all groups have their own stereotypes. Yeah, I get it, kid.
I get it. If I see that, I get it. Mm-hmm. But like I said, I don't know what was in the film. So like if that was in the documentary, then that's a big one. If that actually was in the documentary, like I said, I don't know.
Holocaust. Like I said, I didn't get that. I don't know. I started it and then I got bored, so I was like, let me watch something else. On top of it, so.
And then being sick, it's like.
Yeah. I said, I'm watching something. It's boring. It's like,
when you're sick, you really
some stuff flows like a good documentary I just watched was the Suge Knight documentary on Showtime. Mm-hmm. That was I guess because I'm into it because I grew up in that era.
And we were in that era, so it's like
I remember when most of that stuff was happening. It was actually Suge in his own words, which is good to hear because we hear so much about like Suge and like this is the first time we get to hear his version of all of the shit that happened. Yeah,
his version of what happened.
Yeah, interesting. Which was Antoine Fuqua was he's the one who directed it and everything. So yeah, it was like Fuqua and Suge just chopping it up basically. Yeah, it's like before he went to jail, of course, is when all of this happened. So it's Suge Knight for like right before he got convicted of he didn't convict he went right before Suge Knight ran that motherfucker over with the car and he ended up pleading guilty. So now he's probably in jail for the rest of his life. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like they filmed all of this.
Should have been in the background dancing like Diddy, because Diddy is a billionaire now, right? I think. Yeah. I think Diddy made the billionaire.
Talked about Diddy in that.
Yeah. So he should have been dancing.
He talks about Diddy. He made some.
He would be a billionaire now.
Watch the Suge Knight. Watch the Suge. He made some good points about Diddy and all of that. He alluding to like who really benefited from like the death of it wasn't me. It's like he made a lot of accusations. He's like, why would I kill Pac? It would be like think about who really benefited like when they died. Like I lost everything. So like
I'm making.
Like, mentioned he talked about think about the cast that really came up since that. It wasn't right. I lost my label after that shit. Like so he was like,
but like you said, that was a good documentary, and like it's all about
that Hebrews to Negroes just wasn't very good. Like from what
it wasn't
it's better. Like I said, I started and I was like, this is boring, and then I was
boring. Yeah. So then of course Nick, being the person that he is, because you tweet your support.
Yeah,
he kept on
Nick Friedel. So like
Nick Friedel, he kept on putting words in the mouth of Kyrie, and
Kyrie had a moment similar to like when Allen Iverson was talking about practice. We talking about practice, not again, because like Kyrie just went off of it, like which is what Iverson did during the practice.
Yeah, he went off.
The reporter kept asking him about practice, and that's why Iverson had his viral moment. So Kyrie had his viral moment.
And Kyrie said, "I didn't say that I support it. This is what I tweet out to my people, like this." But one thing that I didn't like that Kyrie did do right there is, I get it. Like if somebody's coming at you and they're not, and they're putting, like, it's nothing more annoying when somebody says, well, you said, I never said that. When somebody puts words in your mouth, like that's so annoying.
That's a pet peeve of mine. Don't put words
in my mouth. It's so annoying. It is. It's so annoying when people put words in your mouth. Because you
thought I said something doesn't mean I actually said it.
I thank you. But what I didn't like that he did is that he became combative but I get you get pissed off after a while, but he got combative. And the thing
it's like we talking about practice all over again.
He got combative. And the thing I didn't like that he did was when he said the thing kind of like dismissive, like because when Nick Friedel, like I said, he made a good point by saying, you have 17 million Instagram and 5 million on Twitter. You have all this, you have this huge platform in it. And then Kyrie tried to just wash his hands of like, well, I'm not a person, people. It's like, but we
ironically, he pulled a Charles Barkley, which we're gonna talk about his.
Like, I'm not like
Chuck said, I'm not a role model, and shit. He kind of.
But you are, but you kind of are, because unfortunately, especially in today's society, I said, because like this was the 90s when Charles Barkley said.
Chuck said he wasn't a role model else, but now with social media.
But with social media, think about like this. If you got 20-some million followers, let's just think about that. That's a lot of fucking people. 20 million people is a lot of people. That's Chicago, that's New York, and that's LA.
Yeah.
That's a population of three of the largest cities in the country. That's probably about 22 million people between all three cities, right?
Yeah, the big three, which is it too soon to make this joke? The big three, which Kyrie might be playing in soon, but go ahead. So yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, but if you think about it, that's a lot of people. So think about you guys, Chicago, New York, LA. Think about in that context. You got that many people following you. Mm-hmm. And in today's society, I hate to say it like this, a lot of people don't research before they just see something. They just see, oh, so-and-so, they just go right. You don't do your research. Like, how many people have even seen the documentary or even read, and it's a book about it. Yeah. How many people have seen the documentary or read the book?
Yeah.
And I guarantee if you ask 100 people who said, I'm with Kyrie, 100 people who say I follow Kyrie and I'm with Kyrie, I bet you probably 95 of those people have not seen or seen the documentary or read the book. No, I would be going out.
I put my disclaimer on it saying
95 of those people have not.
So if it is something about Holocaust denial, like I don't know, I didn't watch the whole doc, so I don't know if that's in there or not. Like I admit if I don't know something, I don't know.
So you just follow somebody blindly without doing your own research, and you just jump on something and you don't research it first. But this is where we are in social media. How many times do we see, if you don't vote, you're going to be a slave again? What?
So that's what we in election season.
Like what?
Get out and vote November 8th or you're
being changed. What?
Chains.
That's not how it works. That's not how it works.
Every election is the most important election of our life. Like every election is like, it doesn't matter what year it is. Like probably since I've been voting, it's been the most important election of our lifetime. Is like I don't see how this is the most important election of our lifetime. It's not a presidential, like it's no major like dope ass candidates running for, like every election is like this is the most important election of our life. So get out and vote or your black ass will end up in chains. Vote November 8th. It's like
why he sound like be there. He sound like the
guy, and that's what's funny. The people in the election commercials don't even sound like that, but it's like they might as well.
It should be the Monster Jam people. It should be them. Sunday.
Bet you get a much bigger turnout if you had him doing all those.
Gravedigger, Sunday. El Toro Loco. I know the names because Khalil likes monster trucks.
Election November 8th. Get out and vote.
But that's the thing about it. So like people go out and you just blindly just follow without any context. And you just do this blindly. So let's say that after you did your research, now you saw that, like let's say that the thing about the Holocaust wasn't there. Now you're like, now you feeling a type of way because you went You went hard, like, no, I stand with him. No, you went hard, and now you do your research, and now you can see, like, oh, shit.
Episode of a different
oh,
world.
shit. I should have done that, you know?
A different world episode like that from back in the day. Remember when Dwayne Wayne, he had his college radio show? Ron gave him this tape of this fucking controversial artist to, like, said, be the first one to get it on the air. Like, and Dwayne played it without listening to it. So they pull his show off the air. So then now the students, of course, like censorship and free speech. Yeah. And they do a sit-in in the dean's office. Yeah. And then when Dwayne is actually listening to the album now, like at the city, he's like, yeah, like I shouldn't have played this shit. Because like it was like the shit he was saying was like, it was misogynist. It was like shit that Dwayne himself didn't agree with.
I don't agree with.
He played it because he wanted to be first. It's like, yeah, it's like fresh off the press. So I'm gonna get it on. It's like, now he's listening. It's like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have played this. It's like, yeah.
So there's a lesson.
But now you got like all the people they done walked out of class. Now they might be about to get expelled because of now what does Dwayne do? Does he tell the people that, hey, we shouldn't have done this? It was like a whole thing.
So what's the lesson, children? Do your research before you just follow something blindly. That's the lesson here. But when they had the back and forth, I said that's one thing I didn't like is that he got a little combative, and then it's like they went back and forth, that he tried to wash himself of like that. I said, but you got basically New York, Chicago, LA following you on social media. So that's a lot of power. You can influence a lot of people because these people, a lot of them ain't going to do their research. 90% of them ain't going to do their research. They're just not. So then it just kind of ballooned over, and then it started a whole rabbit hole where people just started going down the rabbit hole. And the thing about it is, like, did Kyrie even watch the full documentary first before he even posted?
Possible that Kyrie didn't even watch this documentary.
That's the thing, because
it was very boring to me. So like I'm on the fence about, like, did he even watch this? Like,
did he even watch it?
Kyrie might have not even watched it.
Because then when he came
I know
around,
I couldn't watch it. So like, yeah, he might have
like 3 hours long.
Might have not even watched this thing. Yeah.
And then when he came around after the fact, then he apologized. And the apology did seem sincere when he did apologize on his social media, because I read his apology and he was like, it was in no way, I didn't mean in no way to disrespect the Jewish community. And I meant no disrespect. And, you know, he did apologize. He did.
Yeah.
But it's like, I think the apology came from, I said, maybe he actually did probably watch and saw, was like, oh shit, you know, like, yeah, like I shouldn't have did that. Like maybe it was like a Dwayne Wayne thing like that. But then like now the thing that I'm not liking is we gonna make an example out of you. I'm not liking that right now.
I don't know. Yeah, like, why? What did he do to justify a suspension?
It's damage control now at this point. That's what I don't like, because I think that originally when he did, like I said, and this is just me speculating, I think originally he saw like, oh, okay, because Kyrie is a guy who likes knowledge. He's a guy who likes knowledge because he's like on a quest to find himself, and he has a lot of thoughts in his head. So when he sees it, oh man, this looks like something. Yeah, okay.
Especially the title is like powerful too.
Yeah, so like he's a big person who likes.
It's like, you know, a few years ago we had the Nick Cannon incident. That's what him and Griff were talking about.
Yeah.
Like, for those that don't know, like the Hebrew Israelites is like what is like all of this is like about saying that blacks are the original Jews, and like, and that's.
And my thing is like, we can do our research. Like, do your research. And if you want to have an intelligent debate about it, have an intelligent conversation where you're actually giving your points, where you're not calling a person the C word, a coon, because they don't agree with you, and you're just tap dancing. Like, that's automatically, you said I stop listening to anybody who says anything like that. But all you're going to do is just hurl insults, because I don't just jump on the train and say, I'm rooting for you because you black. If I don't just jump on that train automatically,
my name is Ray. I'm not.
I stop listening when people start doing that, because it does just make it be. It makes it be divisive. Like, you're saying that you're not trying to be divisive, but you are when you do that. You become divisive when you do that. Like, let's sit and let's listen to one another. Okay, these are your points. Okay, and then this is somebody. These are my points. Okay, and then these are my points. Okay, and these are my points. Like, let's
conversation about shit.
Let's have a conversation like that without hurling insults at one another. Let's do that first. And then for you people who are all you newfound, I'm gonna piss some of y'all up, I don't care. All you newfound Hebrews, like say that you're doing this, I better not see now one Christmas tree in your house. I better not see now one Christmas decoration up right now. Why you hollering all that? We the original, but you couldn't wait to do Christmas. You threw down your Halloween shit and you like, Christmas, yeah. Like you, like, don't do that. Don't do that.
A lot of these cats don't
do
even
that.
know like what the Hebrew Israelites are. They just
Thank you. You don't even know where it is.
Nick Cannon or this Kyrie Irving controversy or Kanye a few weeks back is like,
yeah, you don't even know what it means.
Like,
you
don't
just
even
hopping
know
on.
When you say that,
hopping on whatever is the thing now, whatever's trending.
Learn about the Hebrew Israelites.
Learn the history.
Yeah.
Learn the history. I know some people who actually are Hebrew Israelites. I know some people who are real Hebrew Israelites. I know some. So
I got a friend. Well, like that's heavily into that. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, know your history. Go through the history. Know it first before you just start jumping on because your favorite celebrity is trending with it. Don't do that because
you want to be so pro-black without really even knowing what
it is.
Don't even know what you're saying. You just want to be like down. It's like, yeah.
Like the guy, like I'm gonna borrow from Malcolm X. The guy, I want to be a Muslim, and Malcolm was like, okay, what do you like?
That means, yeah.
What does that mean? The guy's like, he just saw Malcolm being cool doing this and pointing, and he's like, oh, I want to do that. That's what you meant when he did when Malcolm did this. And
he saw how he saw how even the white man was impressed. Like, yeah, like no black man.
That's too much power for one man. Because the white man said that's too much power for one man.
People saw that. It's like, yeah, I
want to be a Muslim because I want to do that.
I got to be part of that. Yeah, he saw that shit.
But he didn't even know what that even meant when he said that. So that's why Malcolm educated him. Like, okay, before you just jump in, learn the history first. Learn what it means to be that. And that's just all I just say, people. Before you just jump in head first on things, learn history, research. Because you'll look like an ass. You'll look like less of an ass if you research first.
Never assume you make an ass of you and me.
You do.
Never assume.
You do. So you don't want to make an ass out of yourself. You don't. So research first. And then, like I said, I just don't like the whole thing now as the damage control and the making an example. It's like he apologized.
He
apologized. He did.
I don't like how he was attacked.
I don't either.
Shaq and Chuck, I didn't like that. That shit was.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
Corny and shit. Yeah, I didn't like.
Especially when, receipts that they showed.
Mr. Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal, and this is why you gotta do this. Like I said, once again, you gotta do this sometimes because when Shaq called him an idiot first. Kyrie is not an idiot.
Yeah.
You just have a difference of opinion. That doesn't make him an idiot because you have a difference of opinion.
Yeah.
Let's have an intelligent conversation and debate without calling each other names. Let's do that. But when Shaq said that this and that, but then when people did the research, they saw that a movie theater that you own, Shaq, actually
had a premiere of
he had premiere of that documentary. That same said documentary premiered in your fucking theater.
Yeah.
So, but I said,
and the other elephant in the room, we ain't talking about Chuck, like, so it's not a weight joke. Yeah, but we already mentioned about Chuck and his hypocrisy about being a role model and now coming after Kyrie. But like the other elephant in the room is like, they say Kyrie tweets about it, gets suspended indefinitely, and loses however many million. But Jeff Bezos can like have this shit on fucking. It's on Prime right now. It's still there right now.
It's still there because I tried to look at it this morning.
No,
I was trying to see if I could look at it this morning, but then I was like, I woke up.
No consequences whatsoever. It's like,
yeah.
So like, yeah, so he can make money off of it, but if this dude tweets about it,
he didn't even promote it. Let me not say it. The dude just
mentioned
without context. Here's a documentary. Like I said, like going for it now. I said because especially if you're a person and you're in the public eye. But I want. Let me go back to Shaq real quick. But I said my thing that I'll say about Shaq is, like I said, if somebody does come at him, this is what he probably is going to say. I have so many things I don't even know I own. So that's probably what he's gonna say. Like he didn't know he owned that movie theater. So that's how he's probably gonna get out of it. Yeah. But the thing about if you are a person, you have a huge platform. My advice I give to you: research first. That's the first thing. And if you do see something that is, and the other part is on social media, you can put out wherever you want to. It's your social media. It's your platform. You can't muzzle me and tell me what I can and cannot post. However, freedom of speech is a two-way street. Like people always get like freedom of speech. People don't know what that means. I can say whatever I want to say, but it's consequences to my actions. It is. So it's like if I want to say something, and if you want to say something, you want to put out something out there that's a powerful thing that could possibly be misconstrued, make sure that you have that underling under it where people are like, you can't misinterpret what I'm saying. So if I was to put out the documentary and I saw just the thing that should be said is like, just watch this. What are y'all thoughts? That just sells it because you're not endorsing, you're not promoting, you're not dissing it, you're just asking your people.
I do that all the time.
What are your thoughts?
I'd be like, thoughts?
What y'all think about this? And that solves so many things. That simple question, what y'all think about this? Because then it opens up a dialogue, because then people can come in and give their 2 cents, and then we can have some debating and this and that. But all you just said is what you thought about it. You didn't say that you support it. You didn't say that you didn't support it. So that's the best way to, if you want to put something out, just put that little disclaimer, because we see that they're in cancel. They're in this mode. Kyrie should not be canceled. He should not. Nah. He should not. Why?
I have a feeling, like I said,
why?
I posted this a couple of times. I commented a couple. I said I have a feeling his career is on the way going towards the path of Mahmoud Abdul.
Mahmoud Abdul.
What it feels like to me.
Craig Hodges.
Kyrie he's on an expiring contract. Remember, he didn't sign an extension last season.
Yeah.
It's like, so he's on an expiring contract. If Kyrie's out of the league next season, don't be surprised. That's all. And
Nike already cut his tie. They're not releasing his Kyrie 8s. So, his Kyrie 8s are not coming out. So
I can see the Nets not re-signing him, and nobody else signing him either. I can see that definitely being a thing.
And it's Kyrie fucking Irving. Like, he's one of the top point guards in the league.
Yeah, now he's still young. He's like,
he's what, 30?
Or barely 30.
31, 32? He's young. He's still young.
He's not washed. Yeah, he's
not washed.
In his prime.
And he's one of the best point guards in the league. Like, I mean, obviously, top tier is like Steph Curry. Like, Steph Curry is like your one, you know.
But he'll be on that next tier, I would say.
But he's on like, I think he's like on a Dame Lillard tier. He's like on that second tier with like Dame Lillard.
Yeah,
like that tier.
I agree.
Like, you know, Steph Curry, Luka, that's like your that's like your top tier.
Ja Morant is probably
Trae Young, that's your top tier.
Yeah.
That's your top tier.
Yeah.
But he's on that second tier that, yeah. So who couldn't use a great point guard on their team?
So his former teammate, the LeBron, and them definitely could. The Lakers could definitely use like.
And then people would come at LeBron because
LeBron said he made his statement. Well, LeBron said it wasn't as controversial as I thought. Because he said, it doesn't matter what your color, your skin is, how tall you are, what position you're in. If you're promoting or soliciting something or saying harmful things to any community that harm people, then I don't respect it. I don't condone it. That's pretty much what LeBron said.
So LeBron gave like the politically correct answer that
a lot of people saying he shouldn't have said anything, but
he's LeBron James. He's the face of the NBA still. So
he didn't call him an idiot or saying
he didn't call him an idiot.
He needs to be suspended. Like how fucking
Chuck said, I'm like, why?
Like he didn't hurt anybody. What did he do?
He didn't hurt anybody.
Like,
why does he need to be suspended? Why? I don't get that, but I don't get that at all. But like I said, the voice of reason, like, as always, I always align with Ernie, because Ernie is the one who has the most sense up there. Yeah. Ernie is my spirit animal. Because like a lot of stuff that Ernie says, like me and Ernie, we be here. Ernie, I align with most things that Ernie says. Ernie is the one that got the most sense. And Kenny gave a good answer. Kenny was good too. Ernie and Kenny, they were good. Shaq and Chuck. I don't know what they.
His combined.
Shaq. I don't know what they was.
Shaq and Chuck. Let's go.
Shaq and Chuck. I don't know what they was doing, but it's like.
I like Kenan Thompson and Jay Farrell's version of it better.
And then let's stop with the whole I also want to touch on this too, with people saying that making it be it's a whole black thing and try to get the black. Weren't white people like, if white people said the N-word, weren't white people getting fired left and right when the pandemic started? So they said the N-word, they were taking screenshots and firing them right away.
And I won't just say it's a black thing. Like, I'm not willing to just say that, because remember a couple of years ago, Myers Leonard, he's former center with the Miami Heat. he said he posted some anti-Semitic stuff, and he's been out of the league ever since. Yeah.
There you go.
So yeah, Myers Leonard is still hasn't.
And that's the thing I say to us Black people. Let's stop making everything like, well, they're trying to get, like I said, like. But then when you post that receipt, say, well, here's this white guy who
white and like when was the last time he played? It's like
who's this white guy who did
still a young guy. He's probably around 30. He's still all young enough to be in the league, basically.
But you know what would happen if you said that? Then they would no sell you if you present that receipt or the receipt that I'll present. It wasn't anti-Semitic, I said, but it was against Black people. When Roseanne called Valerie Jarrett an ape, and she lost her whole show. We haven't really seen Roseanne.
They poochied her. Like, I have to go.
She lost her whole show and she got killed off the show.
They poochied her and shit out of that.
Paula Deen was saying the N-word. They pulled off at Food Network so quick. They pulled her ass off. So, I mean, people. Don
Imus said nappy-headed holes. They canceled
He got pulled. So, I mean, it happens. Like, when we pull these receipts saying that it's not just a black thing. Look at these white people that they'll we would get completely ignored. Like, no one would even like those are receipts right there. People who lost like all their stuff because of, tweeting at odd hours. And that's another thing. Like, let's stop tweeting at odd hours. Like, maybe they should do Snickers commercials. Have a Snicker, because when you tweet at this hour without eating, you say some wild shit. Better. Just eat a Snicker before you start tweeting, because do that, because maybe you're going to say something that you shouldn't say, and then you got to blame it on whatever, saying that someone hacked you or whatever.
Ironically, that's not the only NBA headline we're going to talk about. We're going to touch on these. We're going to touch these real quick because we're running long. Is like
because we had to get all that. The pleasantries.
First of all, Ime Udoka, possible new head to the Brooklyn Nets.
Congratulations.
Did he get the job? I don't know. I heard that.
I think he did. I think
I heard, because I know they fired Steve Nash, which they should have did a year ago. Terrible. Yeah, he should have been. Yeah, he ain't just be great players don't necessarily make great coaches.
They don't.
So yeah,
I do appreciate what you taught Goran Dragic, because Dragic is looking good over here with these Bulls. Like, he learned from you, so I appreciate that, the knowledge tree that he got from you. But wasn't a good coach. Wasn't a good coach. At
least a year ago, he lasted a year too long, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, he should have been fired in the bubble, like 2020. They should have got rid of his ass.
Jim, congratulations. Because I thought I saw that he did get it, but maybe
I saw it. I didn't see confirmation, but Boston was willing to part ways, because like, how can you go back?
How can you come back after that?
And also, related to that, like Jalen Rose, they fucked with him as well now too, because
I saw that. I was watching that live when it happened.
Because he said about the chick's name is not.
Why isn't her name out there? Which is a point, because he said she's not a minor.
I mentioned that as well too. I was like, why don't we know who that is? So I mentioned that, but the way they explained it is because if she was a subordinate to him, is like he was in the wrong. I guess, like, the way it was.
He was in a position of power, and there goes the thing with everything. Read your contracts. That's the other part.
All I know is I saw they made Jalen Rose apologize live on the air.
It was weird. So Marcus and I were watching that live. When he came back, he was like, I would like to say, and the way he would like say his apology, it looked like this. I would like to say, and I regret my words, and whatever he said. And Marcus and I was like, what? I think apology. Like, what?
Wonder what?
Oh my gosh. 3 weeks in a row with Jalen Rose.
What is new? Who would have
thought it?
Jalen Rose would have thought he'd be so relevant in 2022. the guy on the NBA ESPN.
That means you gotta come on the podcast now, Jalen Rose. We mentioned you 3 times in a row. Beetlejuice. You gotta come on the podcast now. I'll put it out there. Put the energy out there.
Definitely put it out there. I think I'm done. You got any more?
Also, like I said, a thing that just came down to, I saw yesterday, rest in peace to Aaron Carter.
Aaron Carter, I did see that last.
34 years old. They still don't know what happened. They found him in his bathtub in his home.
Nick Carter, I think, is the one who found him.
Nick Carter is his brother. He was in Backstreet Boys.
Yeah. To find him like that, yeah.
Yeah, so Aaron Carter, rest in peace to him. I mean, it was reported that he did have some past issues like drug, mental. It was like he had some
sounded drug related to me.
He had some struggles, they said, but just really sad. Like, young guy, 34 years old. So condolences to his family. So sorry about the sad notes. I just wanted to mention about Aaron Carter.
Well, I'll pick it up with some comedy to wrap it up on.
Oh God. Please,
Shad Moss, like Mr. Bow Wow. He's is this female wrestler named Jade Cargill. Like she kind of looks like a swole ass sweetie, is what I call her. Like he was shooting a shot on her on Twitter, but basically she's like pretty much has no interest. I'm trying to find the thread with it, but I can't find it right now.
She said you have to be this tall to ride. It's like Tony Child said you gotta be this tall to ride this
ride. I'm trying to find all of that, but
because Bow Wow is about 5'1", I would say. He's about maybe he's 5'2". He's no more than 5'2". He's not. He's tiny. Bow Wow is a little guy. He's little. But he likes the tall girls. He shoots his shot at the tall ladies. He does.
Okay, I'm trying to see if that's the first one I did. It might be, He said, I don't know if he said, after my first win, I just want to take you out somewhere at Jade Cargill. She said, you can't afford me, Bow. Thanks, but no thanks. Then she said, I definitely knew you was scared when you brought up money. She's like, no, I wasn't at all. I know you are new to the wrestling world, but maybe you should Google more often. We rich, baby. Like, yeah, he said, you a 90s baby. I've been getting money before you could put your first sentence together. You fine and all, but don't crash out. He said, my man makes your bank look like little Bow Wow, baby. Don't come for me. We have plenty of dates. We have plenty of dates with your money. Said, it's all love, though. Yeah, I bought your tape when I was like 7, just like everybody did. So I guess that was an old joke about him right there.
She said your tape.
He said, you used to bump my shit. Yeah, okay, now it gets stupid after that, but it's pretty hilarious. So I said I gotta talk a little bit about that. Yeah. So.
Well, as the late great Kobe said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So keep shooting your shot, fellas, but be prepared to get shot down too. So there's that. When you get shot down, don't be creepy and aggressive. Just let it go. That's where I'll leave with.
He might have made her. He might have helped make her famous, though.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are probably gonna look up Jade Cargill.
I know I am now. I'm gonna look her
up. A picture. I told you, swole ass sweetie.
Swole ass sweetie.
I'll pull a picture.
SAS, swole ass sweetie.
That's funny.
SAS. Sass, you could be sass. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
They should pair her and Sweetie together. It's her right here. There we go. She is like a swole ass Sweetie. Like I said,
yeah, she's like a swole ass Sweetie.
She kind of looks like Sweetie to me. That's what.
Okay, now I gotta get in the gym now. These girls are making my feelings.
I get why Shad Moss shot it.
I gotta get in the gym so I can.
There it is. Not another damn podcast episode 284, I believe. I don't remember, but definitely appreciate you supporting it. If you want to support us further, give us a like. Also, subscribe, share, rate, review on all your platforms. I'm talking Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, TLC Talk Radio. What's good, Tasha? YouTube and your Amazon Alexa devices. You can also follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. Get at me.
And you can check me out at MSIMH626 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, SCRAGULLEY1 on Twitter, SCRAGULLEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs, and for your video production needs. Check out straightgullyproductions.com.
I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We will talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm gone.